People don't like you because of who you are. People like you for what you do for them and what you give to them. Which means, as soon as you don't do for people what they expect you to do for them, that makes them feel good. I know it sounds cliche, you already heard this in a lot of videos, but I will take a specific trajectory with this topic. So I was saying that people only like you when you do what they expect you to do, and there is one reason for that. This is because these people don't really love you. Love in society has, for most people, at least for the, I don't know why I'm speaking like that, guys. I'm serious. Let's talk seriously. So, my point is that in society, love as a definition that absolutely not fit with the real meaning of what love is supposed to be, which means love, for example, from Buddhist tradition. Love means the biggest and purest level of compassion for others, which means understanding them for who they are and just feeling as deep as you can, as if you were the other person you love. And in our society, love has a completely different definition. Not because this is real love, but because most people don't know what real love is. For example, I give you just an example. I know I repeat that 300 times. I just give you an example while I do my hair. I share some content in social media, and what I noticed is that as long as people like my content, they will follow me. And as soon as I do one thing that they don't like, they will stop following me, which means that this is not real relationship, right? Because, I mean, we know it's virtual relationship, but we can think in a way that this is a real virtual relationship, but in some way this is not, because even if, I mean, that's what's crazy, is that people act like that in social media, in my examples, but in real life people act like that with people around them, which is crazy because this is what they think love is supposed to be. Like, if a person don't do what they want that makes them feel good, then they don't want this person in their life anymore. And I think this is the definition of love, very, very restrictive, really dangerous, because at the end you have no space where you can just be yourself, because you already constantly scared that if you do something that the person won't like, then this person will leave you or abandon you, which is kind of crazy, right? So yeah, I wanted to speak about it because I know a lot of people have this kind of definition, and this is absolutely not what love is supposed to be. For me, at least, I'm just sharing my thought. Love is supposed to be the space that provides you the confidence to explore yourself and become yourself more and more and more, because the purpose in life is to discover yourself and being more authentic every day, a little bit more than you were yesterday, and also identifying in the person you love what makes this person unique, not based on what value this person can bring to society, but in a sense that there is something we all have within us that is really particular, and we didn't build this aspect of our personality for some financial reasons or societal reasons or moral reasons, but just because we had joy and we developed ourselves in that way, because this was our path. This was the way this was the best way for ourselves to develop ourselves to be happy and joyful. And we all have this tiny thing within us that makes us unique, and this is what I'm talking about. I don't know if it's clear, because sometimes when I speak in English this is not perfect, but for me this is what love is, and this is giving space to this tiny part of yourself that society don't care about, this part of yourself that nobody cared about, because most of the time it doesn't bring easily money, it doesn't bring easily anything useful, it doesn't bring you a good reputation, it doesn't make you a successful person, and there is no reason based on the societal criteria that makes it interesting to pay attention to this part of you. And for me, love makes attention to this part, especially because this is the part nobody cares about. And this is because nobody cares about this part, that this is the only part of you that is unique and authentic and that you really love to be. Because you develop this part of you without any other interest than just giving birth to yourself. And for me, this is what love is about. Helping others to give birth to themselves. And self-love, in a sense, then is giving birth to yourselves. So I hope you enjoy this kind of reflection. I thought about that because I just posted a video and I lost like 2 people. And I was like, this person followed me because they saw one thing they liked and then another thing they don't like, so they just leave. But I don't want to be surrounded by this kind of person. Like, what the hell? Like, it should be terrifying to live surrounded by these people. And I know in a way we all act like that because we are not God, so we don't have unconditional pure love, even if we can try to tend to that. But some people, like, that's crazy. This is not because someone don't think like you that you should not like this person, you know? Like, for example, I think if Hitler was alive, I could have talked with him just hearing his opinion and I wouldn't care. I wouldn't feel angry or whatever. Of course, I don't agree with what he did with his way of thinking. But, for example, before he became like president and so on in Germany, I don't know if it was president or something else, but a chef, you know, a Führer, before he became a Führer. If he had just had his philosophy, and I would meet him, I would just listen to him and I wouldn't care. But people are really reactive as soon as someone don't think like them, and this is because these people, at least this is a part of the society, these people are not used to give their opinions, are not used to be listened to, so they don't listen to others and they feel threatened when someone thinks differently. But at the end, when you think a little bit, you realize that I thought it just a thought. And there is no big deal if someone doesn't think like you. I wanted to make a joke and to tell you that's why you should buy my book, but I will prevent you from this in this kind of video. So I hope you appreciate that. Please drop a like if you want to. If not, then bye.